Well, last time I had a video on this 520xi wheel horse, I pretty much just talked about it. So today I figured I would see if I can maybe wipe off a couple more to-dos on the list, and one of them being trimming this. So I got me my Sawzall from Milwaukee. I have a fairly new carbide tipped blade, if you will. And I'm going to see if I can get this edge started. Basically, I'm going right from the corner of this upright to the corner of this bumper. There's, like I said, about a 1/2 inch wing that I just have to knock off. So I'm going to see what I can do to get this started and go from there. So, this reminded me of a time that I was running the Sawzall on an old plow truck, and I had these bumpers that were super wide. It was my first plow truck I ever owned, and the back blade, there was just a whole bunch of snow accumulation, and I thought maybe if I just bobbed that bumper a little bit on both sides, it will cut down on the amount of snow that builds up and weighs the truck down. And so here I am, and I got to the point where the length of the saw was about the same length between the back blade and the bumper, just like I was doing here, and something bound up. So that was why I stuck this in here and kept it from tightening on that blade. Because what happened when the blade stopped and the Sawzall was running 100 RPMs, I don't know what it was going, I ended up getting Sawzalled in the pinky a whole bunch between a stationary object. And now my left pinky is the weather station. So when I got to that point, I went, okay, I have to change. I have to do something different. So that worked out okay. I actually think I'll leave that tape on so I have a guideline to do a little bit of dressing with a grinder, but I do believe that's going to create a whole lot of clearance that I needed for the cylinder. I definitely think that looks better. I still think that with this fitting right here, if I was to run this loader frame through a cycle with my cherry picker, I would probably still have an issue with this interfering here. So with that said, I still want to see if I can re-drill this body and clock this fitting up to this top here. So for this side, I just removed the whole loader frame, and now I have all the room I need to do the work. In the meantime, what are your thoughts about colors? I'm kind of thinking all black for the whole tractor, the loader, everything. Maybe the wheels. Let me know what you think about that. I think everything black would be pretty cool. I'm gonna get cutting. a little bit of cleanup work, and we'll be able to mark something off the list. I could probably use a little more clearance, but I did make it work. I've also got these edges cleaned up and deburred, so they're not going to cut anybody. I've got holes drilled out, and I've got the front subframe that holds the pump assembly all bolted up to the front end loader subframe. With that said, I rewrote my list of to-dos. I need a battery. I need to drill those cylinders at a 90 for the fittings here. I need to rebuild the cylinders. I need to weld up any unused holes and ream out for the bushings on all of the pins. I gotta tear it down. I gotta check and see if anything needs extra welding to be finished up. I gotta prep and paint. I gotta flush my hydraulics, fill all my hydraulics, and put the whole tractor back together. Check any tractor fluids, grease the tractor, and run it. It's actually not that bad of a list of things to do. I also wanted to point out this little sleeve that I got. This will be able to wrap up the hydraulic hoses. So any exposed hose will also have one more method of protection. Also, anything that does go inside the big sleeve will be protected from wear or chafing, and I will just either make slits or just cut and reassemble where I need to have my T's. Let me know what you think about the paint selection for this machine. I think gloss black for the whole tractor would look pretty good. I don't see a whole lot of black loader tractors, so that would kind of just make it a little bit more unique. And at the end of the day, I just want to have something that I can touch up, and I want to have something that I'm not afraid to scratch anyway. So most likely I'm going to go to the farm store and get some type of ag paint and go with that. But if they have black, I'm really leaning towards that. Once again, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and have a great day. See you next time.